Alright, what's going on, people? Welcome to the Ring Roadmap. Today we're just going to talk quickly about Artur Beterbiev and some of the techniques that he does in the ring. So let's get right into it. The first thing that we'll look at today is the gazelle jabs. This is one thing that he's really good at, and it's one of the reasons why he gets on the inside so easily when he uses this. So what the gazelle jab is basically, again, you are going to step with your back foot first, or with your back foot first before your front foot advances. And in a lot of cases, the southpaw uses this more than the orthodox fighters, but Beterbiev does a pretty good job of using this as an orthodox fighter. Usually this works more when you're fighting the opposite stance, but for this fight, he was fighting his fellow orthodox and he was able to pull it off just as well. So as you can see here, back foot comes forward first, and then the lead foot will follow. And for this particular sequence, he missed that shot because his opponent was able to move to the right side. So let's look at the second one. This one is going to be a little more straightforward, and his opponent won't be able to move away, but he was able to slip subtly right there. And again, what the good thing about this is, even if you're not in the right distance, you can cover much more distance with the gazelle jab than you do with, the typical jab where you just step in straight in. Okay, so as you can see here, even though it's not really in the firing range, he's able to reach for his opponent. I forgot his name. Vozdik, I think that's what it is. So here it is again, gazelle jab, back foot first before the front foot follows forward. And by the time he lands the shot, he's much closer to his opponent than if he was to only step in with the lead foot. Let's look at that again. Back foot first here, enables him to cover much more distance. And when he ends, or when he arrives and when he lands that jab finally, he's much closer to his opponent and he can place those inside shots much easier. Next thing we're going to talk about is the overhand right on the top of the head. So over here, what you're going to see is he's going to start off by planting his feet, his front leg, right? And then leaning over to the left side in advance, letting the shoulder do the work, throw that overhand right over the top of the jab. Look at it for yourself. Step in hard with the lead foot here. Boom. Lean over to the left side to avoid getting countered while you're throwing the overhand right. Avoid catching the straight right hand of your opponent as you throw that one. And see this again for yourself. Bam! Right there on the top of the head. Here's another one. This is going to be a much shorter right hand. A much shorter overhand right, I should say. And what he's going to do here is, as you can see, as he throws it, he tucks his elbows out, and what that enables him to do is, even if his opponent is bladed, even if his opponent is leaning more on the right side, he's still able to sneak that in right here on the temple, even though his opponent did his best to stay bladed right here. Because he decided to tuck those elbows out, boom, he was able to sneak inside, or he was able to sneak through the lead arm of his opponent, and that punch still landed even though his opponent was stretching his lead arm out. Boom. The elbow was able to sneak in right there. Bam. It's like pouring coffee, Boom, he's pouring coffee. And that one landed pretty well. Next thing here is going to be the shifting double right hand. So as you can see, the first right hand is going to be a right hand where he can square up. Okay, so he's going to square up here, take a back skip first, square up, and then he's going to throw a second right hand. Bam. So look at it. Right hand, square up, and then throw another right hand there when he gets closer. So what this is basically is he's going to throw a long right hand first right there, so he can set up the shorter right hand. And how he sets up the shorter right hand is by squaring up and pushing his opponent back. So long right hand to the body first. Boom, square up, short right hand. Look at it for yourself. Long right hand first, square up, short right hand. And what this enables him to do is it enables him to use multiple distances in order to land his punches. He doesn't just rely on the long range. He's able to get on the inside by using his long range punches. Square up here, short right hand. Next up, again, he's going to start off with an overhand right, bam. A much longer shot, and then he's going to get closer here, not as squared up, not as much, or he's not as squared up as the first one, and then he uses that to set up a much shorter right hand here. He tries to land it on the side of the head, on the temple, bam. So look at it. Long right hand first to set up the short right hand. He does this a lot, okay? He's gonna throw a long right hand. As he throws that long right hand, he's gonna take this back foot forward, bam. So he can get closer to his opponent, and he can sneak in the shorter right hand on the side of the head, right here. And that's what he does right there. Look at that for one last time. Long right hand first, bam. Short right hand second. So he's really good at these kind of exchanges.